Let's face it, Freddy's in video games are pretty cool. But which Freddy's are the best? Welcome to the Hawk and the Handsaw's Top 10 Freddy's in Gaming. In this list, we're counting down our favorite Freddy's in video games. This can be Freddy spelled with a Y, an IE, or even an accent aigu. For this list, we're counting down our favorite Freddy's in video games. And let me tell you one more time, in case you morons don't already understand. These are the best Freddy's in video games that we like and are in video games. Now let's get on to the list. Number 10. Freddy Flintoff from Freddy Flintoff's Cricket 09.
Hi, this is Freddy Flintoff. Download my new game now and take on the world.
The classic mobile cricket game is a game few remember, but this salacious app and its magnanimous bowler Freddy can get it done. Introduced in 2009 by Freddy himself, presumably, it was originally marketed as a backgammon game until they realized that the rules were too confusing and changed it to a cricket game, and no one was the wiser. So long as you've got a narrow bat and 3 bowling pins, then you've got yourself an app that'll have the masses bowl the wide at the 10 and hopping at the chirp. Amazingly, despite being a tasty mix of Freddy Flintoff and cricket, the game had trouble selling to non-cricket fans. That is, until the game of cricket appeared in a Mitchell and Webb sketch, and it was used to redeem a jolly group of Yorkshire folk who would beat a West Germany team that was famously a bunch of cheats.
And West Germany, famously a bunch of cheats. As ever.
Number 9. Freddie Benson from iCarly on the Nintendo DS.
Hey, Carly? Yeah, just a little tired. I had this weird dream last night.
Me too. Were you being chased through school by a giant ham sandwich?
No?
Okay, that's just me then.
Hey, Carly. Sam?
Hi, Freddy.
Nobody's quite sure why a show about webcamming yourself reacting to videos is delivered in a TV show format. Maybe it's because in 2007, TV was still alive. Speaking from personal opinion, I never understood the appeal of this show, or the game, so I'm not going to pretend like I care all that much. My sister loved the show. So did a lot of people I know, but not me, nope. And all I can think about when I watch this show is how stupid the mid-2000s were. It's like they sucked all the weirdness out of digital media in the 90s and made it kind of drab. Anyways, watching this show reminds me of a shitty birthday. Like one of those parties you'd go to when you were 8. Anyway, there's a guy in the show named Freddy. Top 10 Freddy's, if you remember. Guy in the show named Freddy, Freddy Benson. And eventually he kisses iCarly. Which
No way. That's totally icky.
it's kind of weird. It's the whole iCarly moniker.
I admit the server's hot.
It's like at that point, that's what they thought streaming yourself was. Well, that's what YouTube
I
was.
don't want our viewers gagging.
Just streaming yourself. You can show yourself to the world. And that's all anyone would ever use it for.
That surfer is a dream.
So I'd be Handsaw. We'd have it was a weird 2007. 2007. Anyways. Number 8. Fred Flintstone from Flintstones The Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. This is such a stupid joke. With an exclamation mark at the end. Which reminds me, actually, that every line in Archie Comics does that. Look for it, because it's either a question mark or an exclamation mark. It's never anything. There's never a period. You'll never see a period in any Archie comic. If anything, that's what you should be taking away from this video. Moving on. Fred Flintstone. Flintstone. We all know that. Modern Stone Age family. It's kind of a paradox. Therefore funny. Whatever. Confusion. Funny. Nothing quite as confusing as a paradox. Anyways, the historical origins of the Flintstones are shrouded in mystery. Because according to historians, dinosaurs and cavemen were never alive at the same time. But the history of this, what is the fuck is going on? When it comes to side-scrolling platformers, this game is that. The side-scroll and the platforms are with the best of them. A Fred Flintstone coding does wonders to make your game marketable, and instantly secures fans who'd rather play as Fred Flintstone than anyone from Exactax or Zool. 2 games I found that look stupid, and I can't believe how stupid those names are. Why not name your game Gax or... Damn, I can't even make up stupider names. The point is that game publishers rightly decided to use Fred Flintstone over Titus the Fox, who's protected. Whatever that means. Anyways, he's in his game, and I'm now reading that originally the Flintstones were going to be called the Flagstones. Good thing that didn't happen. The next fact's good too, because apparently Barney and Fred, you won't believe this, were drawn to resemble cave people, which is a bit obvious considering that they are from the Stone Age and are cave people, whatever those are. I'm guessing they mean Neanderthals. Guessing that. Anyways, cave people, they're the ones who lived back then, so that just seems kind of obvious. Which is why now that I'm looking at this article, it says the 15 solid facts about the Flintstones. Because I'm guessing they realized after one, they didn't really have any facts, and that most of them were obvious. I mean, I could list 15 solid facts about the Flintstones. Number 1, there's a guy named Fred. Number 2, he's in a game. Number 3, that game is called Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Number 4, that game's actually pretty rare, is what I found out. One of the rarest games of all time. Number 5 now. What is the surprise at Dinosaur Peak? Is what I'm sure you're all asking. Spoiler warning for the record. Okay, where is it? Here it is. Well, is the answer A? Is it an actual surprise, as the title says? Is it B, a meaningful ending that made your actions over the last hours seem relevant in any sort of shape or form? Or is it C, Bam Bam and Pebbles are just trying to roast marshmallows or some fucking stupid shit with lava or something? And your whole adventure, which is about 2 hours if you're amazing at the game, is essentially some sort of meaningless dream sequence, which just tells the player that they were idiots for even expecting anything. And if you guess C, then congratulations, you're correct, and here's the ending as a prize. Number 7, Fred Jones from Scooby-Doo Mystery on the SNES. This Scooby-Doo game, released in 1995, may not feature this white bread look-alike, but he does appear intermittently to deliver such catchphrases as, "Let's split up, gang," and "Looks like we have a mystery on our hands," which really just furthers his descent into blandness and guarantees him a spot on the 10 whitest characters of all time. So what does he do in this game, you ask? Well, not a lot. In fact, he never moves. Well, a little bit. He'll move off screen. He's mostly just a static image who, again, only moves to leave the screen, which really is a pretty decent characterization of his personality. So good job, Acclaim Entertainment. Made this game. You really hit the nail on the head on that one character, Fred. Before I move on, I'd just like to highlight why why Fred might actually be the scariest part of this game, which in itself is almost kind of I'd say a survival horror game before that was really conceived. Number 6, Freddy from Final Fight. Freddy was hired by Ritu to lead the second incarnation of the Mad Gear Gang's terrorism unit operating out of France. He and his men attacked Hager, Mackie, and Carlos when they came to the country in search of Genryu Sai and Rena, but were defeated. He likes the smell of the battlefield and dislikes tedious jobs and nerds. I'm just kidding, that's Benimaru Nakata. Anyways, Freddy is 6'4" and 408 pounds, which is absolutely insane. That's only 2 pounds lighter than the heaviest football player ever. And Aaron Gibson was chunky. Apparently, Freddy was modeled after Robert Swenson, but to be honest, I don't see the resemblance. Number 5, Freddy from Go-Go Hypergrind. In its heyday, Go-Go Hypergrind was a premier skateboarding video game for the Nintendo GameCube that was developed by Team Pomponchi at Atlas Japan and published by Atlas USA. It was released in North America on November 18, 2003. Animation studio Spumco of Fred and Stimpy fame served as collaborative art design for the game, which you can tell because it kind of looks like a shitty Katamari Damacy. And it plays like one too, to be honest. The perspective in the game is horrible because the only thing you can see is the back of the character. Anyways, in the game, one of the characters is a 6'7" robot named Freddy. Though to be honest, when you look at all the characters in this game, there really isn't any reason to play as the robot, because you can play as like a ripped leopard, fox bro, or flying mummy, which is really fusing two separate things. And of course, the hot cat, and whatever this thing is. In comparison, Freddy the robot seems kind of tacked on at the last minute. They were just kind of asking, "Do we have a robot?" And then someone's like, "No." Okay, we'll put it in. Check, robot, check. Anyways, bonus points for Freddy, though, for breaking the space-time continuum and getting shot out of the same cannon 3 times. Unless this is a replay. In which case, that's on the knockoff all-female Blink-182. You guys need to acknowledge this and change up the beat a little. That's not on them. That's on the game designers. You gotta tell these people. Because the chorus of this song is jam it, hype it up. It's not a chorus. It's 2 phrases, which pretty much mean the same thing. I haven't even gotten to the fact that everyone only travels on skateboards. So anyways, Freddy's a robot, and he rides a skateboard. Also gets shot out of cannons. Very good at lips. So pretty cool, and definitely deserving of our number 5 spot. Number 4.5, Freddy the Fish.
A shim sham jiminy jam clapper gapper will keep that clam from snapping shut. Okay, Luther, I'm gonna need your help. Righto, Freddy. Yikes! I got a golden pipe. I don't care what anyone else says. You're a good fish.
Number 4, Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's. I bet all of you thought that Fazbear would be number 1. I'll tell you, Google search algorithms certainly did, and this stupid bear made researching this video so needlessly difficult, because any Google search results in thousands upon thousands of the same goddamn video. Swear to God, if you search up any game and put Freddy afterwards, I can guarantee that Five Nights at Freddy's video will pop up. Try it. Right now. Do I don't know, BioShock or something. Maybe Secret of Mana. Actually, don't do Secret of Mana. That one doesn't work. I've tried it. Do Final Fantasy. See? Freddy Fazbear, level 1 Conjurer. No matter where you go, you can't escape it. Coming in at number 3, Freddy from Valiant Hearts.
Freddy, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life.
Developed by Ubisoft, Valiant Hearts: The Great War is a puzzle adventure game and is, in my opinion, the objectively best game of the 10. Objectively speaking, as an empirical observer, I have tested all these games and can safely say that this is the definitive best one, Freddy being a major part of it. Freddy is an American soldier who enlists as an engineer for the French and vows revenge on the Germans, particularly von Dorf's regiment. Okay. Because they were the one who killed his wife, which is not a spoiler because you learn that pretty much at the start. If I was so imposed to talk more about him, then certainly there would be a case for Freddy as the best Freddy in all of video games. But I don't want to spoil anything, because I think you should just play the game. So do that. Anyways, Greek character from the game, one of my many that isn't talked about, one of the games that isn't talked about that much, because it's deeply solid. There's something about deeply solid games that just people don't remember them. They just don't. I might just make a list on deeply solid, like not underrated games, just deeply solid games that people were like, that game was solid. And I'm not going to think about it for the next of my life. The whole rest of it, I won't think about it. Anyways, deep character, one you feel genuinely connected to. Freddy from Valiant Hearts. Which is more than you can say for most others on this list.
It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Dorf.
Number 2, Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES. Or the NES. The NES. Anyways. It's funny, it's NES, because Nightmare on Elm Street, or just Nightmare Elm Street is NES. It's NES on the NES. Nightmare on Elm Street was released on the Nintendo Entertainment System in October 1989 and 1990. Loosely based on the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Loosely is a very loose term here, because the only real similarities are the inclusion of houses and boiler rooms and Freddy Krueger himself, kind of. Other than that, I'd really say all bets are off, because you want mummies? You got 'em. What about bats? Hell yeah. Skeleton bats? Fuck it, dude. Why not? Floating heads? Even better. But wait, some person is saying, inevitably, this game is terrible, and Freddy's appearances are pretty repetitive and mundane. In addition, Freddy doesn't look at all or act at all like himself. If anything, he looks more like Scarecrow. Well, to that I say good point. But does any other Freddy character have a level 70 Final Fantasy XIV Goldsmith? Didn't think so. Before we go to the number 1 Freddy in video games, let's look at some honorable mentions. We have Frederick Aberline from Assassin's Creed Tea and Crumpets.
Splendid fellow you're talking about.
What's this?
Are you trying to blow the gaff?
What?
Sergeant Aberline, at your service. I presume you're the Fry twins Green mentioned.
Freddy from Chatterbox FM on GTA 5.
But the thing is, Laszlo, when I was a naughty boy, I would get spanked. Nanny would spank me when I was naughty. And now Freddy needs a nanny, because when Freddy's naughty, he needs to get spanked.
Well, there's some child psychologists who probably say that spanking can be harmful to a child's emotional development.
Absolute rot, Laszlo. It's lovely. Freddy needs a nanny. He needs a nanny, Laszlo, because Freddy's been a very naughty boy.
How old is your son?
Excuse me?
How old is your son?
I don't have children. I can't stand the little brats.
And Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening.
私も好きですよ。これからは騎士ではなく、一人の男として、あなたのことを守らせてください。
Before we continue, make sure to sell your soul to us at the Hawk and the Handsaw by pressing the subscribe button, hitting the bell icon, and posting your banking information in the comments. We need all the help we can get so that we can keep supplying you with these extremely informative, objective, and empirically correct lists on relative items of information. Number 1. Freddy Gomez from Fallout 3. The iconic video game character favored by gamers for his not-so-quick wit, middling looks and personality. There's no Freddy more loved than him. We don't know who first had the bright idea to make an aptitude test to determine your future in society, but we do know that Freddy Gomez takes the longest to write them. Some prefer a simple answer to a question, while others something a little bolder. But any way you take the test, Freddy Gomez is the undisputed king of video game Freddys.
I can't figure out number 5. First, I think I should listen to my grandmother. But then, isn't killing someone wrong? I'm thinking of going with Overseer for the last one. What did you put? Hey, what did you put for number 10?
Do you agree with our picks? If not, make your own video. Special shout out to everyone that actually made the videos that I used. You're the ones who play the games. I thank you for that. Because I couldn't do it. I don't even own Fred Flintstone Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. I don't want to own it. I don't own what other? I don't own the real Nightmare. I got a ROM copy, and then I couldn't get into a house. I couldn't get into a house, so I had to use someone else's video. Didn't really try to do anything with Freddy Flintoff's Cricket. So thank you to whoever posted that video. Freddy the Fish. Never played a Freddy the Fish game. When I was a kid, I did. So that was a lie. I did play one. I don't remember anything about it. But thank you to the guy or woman, to the person or machine that posted that video. Thank you. Thank you to the person who just posted all those jump scares from Five Nights at Freddy's. I've literally probably no opinion about that game, but thank you. Thank you to the person who posted the Go-Go Hyperdrive video. Also, admittedly a game I've never played, but I've played on a GameCube game before. And I've fallen off a skateboard, so I felt, you know what? I feel like I'm qualified to decide whether or not I need this player. Then we got Freddy from Final Fight. I played Double Dragons, so it's kind of cool. Zangief, he's not in that game, but he exists. And I'm just showing you guys that I know some characters. Fred Jones, Scooby-Doo. Gotta love Scooby-Doo. Gotta love specifically, shout outs to the episode, the Harlem Globetrotters. It's a great episode. Yeah, great episode. I have a vague memory of playing a Scooby-Doo game on my DS. Thank you to whoever posted that video, because I needed the Fred Jones. Again, thank you to Fred Flintstone. We're not sure. You know what? Screw it. Thank you, Fred Flintstone. Thank you, the person who posted the video of Flintstones The Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Looks like a good game. You know, they've got multiple sports. There's more you can say of Mario. Mario doesn't have... Mario just got the jumps. Fred's got, like, soccer and shit. Hockey's in there. Yeah, thank you. Happy birthday, Freddy. Happy 19th birthday. Everyone who doesn't know who I'm talking to, except for the one person that does, and in which case, this is for you. This video, it's for you. I want you to think about my face as I say that in your head. Keep on thinking about it. You go, and then I want you to think about the scene in Mitchell and Webb where he's like, it's in these skies that the Luftwaffe flew. No, not that one. I can't remember it exactly. It's the one that this channel is based off of. You're like, Johnny, you should know that. I agree. But I'll go with a different one. You boulder wide and the ashes fine. How can you live with your sin? I know. That's why I'm a drunk. That's the other thing about me aside from being a drunk. A boulder wide at the ashes final. Terry's a head on with the back shin on, and Larry's a great with the. I haven't seen that sketch in so long. What am I doing? I've got to go.